What's up, Buttercup? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my 2,000 subscriber Q&A celebration part 1 because I got so many questions from so many people. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I am just going to break it up into 2 parts because I don't want the videos to be extremely long, and because I'm freeballing this, I could ramble a little too much as I answer these questions, and I don't want the video to be like an hour long, which maybe some people would like, but I'm feeling maybe like 30 minutes each, or 20. We'll see how it goes, but I definitely appreciate all the love and support to get me past 2,000 subscribers, and we just keep on growing, y'all. Thank you so much again, my spooky Buttercup babes. I appreciate all of you. Now, let's get into these questions. I'm going to kind of be looking down because I wrote them down. I have yet to get fancy, though we're going to talk about maybe getting a little fancier in a later question. But for now, I just have my notes, and I hope I can read my handwriting. That will also be a thing that we talk about later on. The first question, 2 parts to this, and spooky little book nerd, love that screen name, asked, what are your hobbies outside of reading? And I'm kind of basic. Baking, hiking. I was into yoga, but with my wonky spine, I can't do like half of the yoga poses. That's really upsetting. So yeah, I guess maybe getting a little bit into gardening, but maybe I need more hobbies because I'm down to 2, which is unfortunate. Also, because I'm sensitive to wheat, eggs, and cow's milk, the baking is also limited. Number 2, by the same person, shout out to Spooky. Any tips for juggling work, reading, editing, and content creation? Not so much. I happen, as of this video coming out, work from home. It helps a lot that I can film during my lunch break, and it does not take very long to walk in and out of my office, right? So that's very helpful. When I was doing all the things, not at all teleworking, I was probably, well, I was younger, I was going through a lot. I was in trauma therapy and ERP therapy, which is for OCD, for the first few years of my BookTube channel. So yes, I have been around for about 8 years, but I would say probably 4 of those years, maybe 2 videos a month, because there was just too much going on. But I would say the last 2.5 years, maybe 3, I've gotten way better at posting. Hi, hello, we're at 3 videos per week. Sometimes 2 if I'm extremely busy. I don't know how it's going to work out for me personally if and when I have to go back into an office setting. It's kind of gonna suck. I know that for a fact because I have driving phobia, though it kind of teeters between driving phobia and driving anxiety. I don't know how I'm gonna get to the work, but my job is ending September 30th, so we've got to do what we've got to do. If that means only producing 2 videos a week, or they're not edited at all and you don't have like a really fancy setup or things like that, this is a hobby. It's for fun. If people are complaining, throw stale bread at them, or if you want me to have a conversation with them in the back of the room for 5 minutes, I will do that for you, Spooky. I will do that for anyone. I'll do that for myself because people can be very rude, and I struggle with the whole, the perfect setup. there's no such thing as perfection. There's no such thing as a perfect video. There's just no such thing whatsoever as perfect. You do the best you can and be authentic and have fun and just be excited to do things. Because I think in July, well, we are still in July as of filming, but I think whenever I get sick, and I do think about this often when I'm not sick, but the privilege of living a healthy or healthy-ish life is mind-blowing to me. And I just happened to have a lot of bulk videos. So I was still having 3 videos out. So that is a big thing, bulk videos, bulk filming. And that's why a lot of people, not just me, but you can kind of tell if you notice my clothing, a lot of people will wear the same or something similar shirt. It's because they're bulk filming or they're a minimalist. I kind of do both. I don't have that many clothes and then I bulk film like 3 videos in a row or something like that. There are some people that will bulk film like 10 videos. And if that's their time that they can take up, absolutely do that. And then, you know, you have to space those 10 videos out in a month or 3 weeks or whatever that may be. But I think bulk filming is a huge help. I do that all the time, even teleworking and being able to have a whole lunch break, which is an hour, to do 3 videos. My videos aren't that long, or I guess some of them are in depth. Yeah, it just depends on the video, but they're usually not that long, so I can do at least 3, if not 4. And then, yeah, I schedule them. So a lot of time is taken up by bulk filming and then doing the edits kind of around work and after work. But you just have to find your own way of doing things, and that can be hard. It can be hard. But I wouldn't beat yourself up if you're having trouble producing 2 or more videos. I've been at it for so long and I can do 3 or more videos because I telework. I don't know what's gonna happen if I have to go into the office like 3 or more days a week. We'll see. Isn't that great? Great. Okay. Number 3, Steve, but the screen name that he goes under as a booktuber is Heroic Book Adventures 83. He asked, what's the second best book title of all time after Goblin Proofing One's Chicken Coop? That's a really hard question. I had to Google it. Well, no, I came up with 2 on my own, and then I had to Google the other ones because I was very interested. So I'm going to read off the title and the author name. I wrote it down because these are really funny. The first one, Mother Trucking Monsters by A.L. Tippett. That's a urban fantasy. Yes. And then the second one, Susan, You're the Chosen One by Loretta Hignett. That's paranormal women's fiction. I want to read both of those. Yes, that's my genres, babe. The third one, Who Peed on My Yoga Mat by Layla Davidson. I would like to know too. I think that's a memoir. Okay, the next one, Go the Fuck to Sleep by Adam Mansbach. It's for children. Go the fuck to sleep. I remember when that came out and it was hilarious. And then the last one, All My Friends Are Dead by Jory John and Avery Monson. It's a kid's book about dinosaurs, okay? Jory? Did I write that? Rory? I can't read my damn handwriting. We will talk about that later. I'm so sorry to the person that I can't read the handwriting that I wrote down myself. But what counts is the title, if you want to look it up. All My Friends Are Dead. Okay, now part 3, part 4. Number 4. I already messed up the damn numbers. Oh my god, that means everything is off. Okay, we're just gonna do the best that we can today. Obviously, it's a struggle. Okay, number 4. I've gotten a lot of inquiries about sharing fun facts. So here are a few that I wrote down. If you didn't already notice, I am left-handed. So depending on your culture, I'm demonic or very lucky. Maybe both. I'm just saying, keep that in mind. I'm 5'3", so about average height, or is that under? I don't remember. I'm 5'3". I curse a lot, like a Marine, in fact. My husband is a former Marine, so we curse all the time. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, I will curse in my videos, but when I first started BookTube, long time ago, I knew quite a few teachers, like high school and middle school teachers, and also professors. But I think this is more relatable to middle school and high school. My friend at the time, Sam, who was getting into teaching high schoolers, she said she loves BookTube, but they curse too much and they're too vulgar. So she can't show book reviews. And at that time, yes, book reviews were a huge thing. I still do book reviews. But yeah, there were a lot of booktubers that she enjoyed and her fellow colleagues enjoyed, but she couldn't show the video because they were too vulgar. There was too much cursing. So right when I started, the first couple of months, I, among many other reasons, decided not to curse and to not be vulgar. So my videos could be shown to classes. And one of my biggest videos is Poetry 101. Oh no, sorry. It's how to write fee verse poetry. I just came up with a random title. Okay. That one I think is at like 38,000 views at this point. It's pretty old, like 6 or 7 years old. It's one of my first videos, but it is straightforward, to the point, no cursing, no dirty jokes, and I have had so many teachers, professors, and students say, thank you for this video. It's straightforward, it's appropriate, and it's played all the time in this class or that class. So that video, honestly, is so highly viewed and liked because it's being played in many different areas for many different types of students, and I appreciate that. There are obviously times that I will curse, but it's not usually in videos that would be shown anyway to a younger audience. Like, I cursed a lot because I was so amazingly frustrated and pissed off at The Girl Next Door by Jack Ketchum, that book review. Yes, I cursed quite a few times, but you're not assigning that book in any class. I would hope not, okay? If you are, we're gonna have a conversation. That's too much for really most people. So there are some book reviews and videos that I will curse, but they're not hardcore curse words. And I think that people are surprised because, yes, I do filter myself. When they either talk to me outside of my BookTube channel / Facebook author profile, or they join as a member. Hi, love you all members. Thank you so much for joining me as a member of my BookTube channel. And I curse there. But yes, it's because there are quite a few reasons why I don't do that. And also, all of my jobs will look into social media. This is for fun. I get maybe $15 a month from my channel. obviously I can't pay any bills with $15 a month. I would love to, make more, and slow and steady wins the race, but you have to be careful. This is for every person, not just booktubers, but every person. You have to be careful what you upload and what you're portraying as you online, because it can bite you in the butt. And how many times have we seen that? And I've talked about this many, many times, but you have to think things through before you hit enter on a comment or a tweet, whatever they're calling that, I don't care, or uploading to your channel. You have to think, because are you proud of everything that you post? And will you defend that every single time if someone asks, why did you post this? So that is why people are very surprised to learn that I curse like a Marine, not even a sailor, like a Marine in my daily life. Or if you're a member on my channel, but that's paywalled, right? So yes, I curse a bit more, but you're not showing that to the general public. And I'm not being mean or anything. I just dropped the F-bomb a little bit more. It's okay. Let's see. The next fun fact is, well, I don't know if it's fun. I think it's fun. There's a lot of explanation and background, and makes sense for a bunch of things that happen on this channel. That sounds weird. I have multiple speech impediments, and I also have memory issues from ADHD and all of the mental illnesses and mental disorders I have. One of the symptoms is memory loss. So I have heard, not actually that much, which I do appreciate, but just because only a couple people have said it doesn't mean that it resonates just with them. It could resonate more, and people haven't said it, but then they don't come back to my channel, that I do edit quite a bit. But hold on, there's an explanation for that. One, I do live in a noisy area. I think you heard maybe a minute or two ago a damn plane. And thank you so much. That lasted longer, so I edited a good 30 seconds out. Great, thank you. Okay. It's not appreciated, but yes, I live in a noisy area. And then I stutter, I stumble, I blank out, and I will look into the distance for a good 30 seconds because I forgot what in the world I was saying, and y'all don't want to see that. Yeah, you don't even see that because I'm not saying anything. You don't even hear it. I'll just go like this. I blanked out. And you don't want that, because there was one time, no, not one time. There were multiple times. It's a good minute where I don't know what the hell I was saying. And I have to reel it back in. What was going on? I don't know what was going on. That's why I was blanking out, because the ADHD just, and yeah, there were also times where I stutter so much, or I mumble, or I can't roll my R for whatever reason, and I sound like Elmo Fudge, and no, I don't want to have that out there. But, I'm getting better. I was placed in speech therapy at 3 years old because I wasn't speaking, and for quite some time I would not speak. And then when I graduated high school, finally, I was pretty good at speaking. Still not great, but we love growth. I have probably 5 different speech impediments, so it's not just one, it's a whole bunch that's just going after me. This thing going on, and the mouth is not mouthing. It's not great. So the editing can be a bit much. I'm working on that. I've only had, like I said, a couple people say, oh, it's a bit jarring how many edits you have. There are reasons for that though. So there is that. However, I did have an epiphany and it's fantastic. And my husband and I are working on this. I mess up also about like 20-25% depending on how bad my handwriting is at that time. And therefore I have to edit out the, what's that word? I don't even know, like what the, yeah, I do that to myself all the time. So that means that I can rectify that by having a tablet. And we have an old tablet. So instead of this mess, where I can't read my own handwriting because I'm left-handed and the stupid public school system sat me in the back of the class and said, I don't know how to help you because you're left-handed. Good luck. So that's why I have chicken scratch, and therefore that's why I can't read my handwriting most of the time. And that's why there are so many edits. Well, 20-25% each video if I have notes. But I can break that completely down if I have a tablet. Wow. I'm doing such a great job, y'all. I'm doing my best. Okay. Another fun fact, I have a hard time choosing favorite things. It's usually like 2 or more things, not just one. I can't choose one. It's just really hard for me. And then another fun fact, my favorite seasons are autumn and winter. And then finally, I collect mugs and foxes. Not real foxes. If I ever saw a fox in public or was able to meet a fox, I would cry. I would be overwhelmed with happiness. If anyone has ever seen that Ellen show clip with Kristen Bell and a sloth where she just falls all over herself and starts sobbing in joy, that's me with foxes. Number 5, an anonymous viewer asked, how's your books and merch selling lately? Good, all things considered. More so my books. I at least get a couple of page reads per day. Not so much paperback or ebook buys, but when times are tough, Kindle Unlimited really saves the day. However, because times are so damn tough, people are also getting rid of their Kindle Unlimited. And I've had to remind many, many, many indie writers this whole year, and even a little bit into 2024, actually like the second half of 2024, it's not a good economy. I don't care what you want to say. It's not good. It is not stable. Inflation is really high. People are struggling. So what that means is people will get rid of things that are fun. And that includes books. And that would include, at a certain point, Kindle Unlimited, even though it's $12.99. $12.99 a month adds up for people that are struggling to pay their electric bill. I'm in the same boat. I've been on a book buying ban for a long time. I have not bought new socks. I haven't bought any new clothes. I have not bought anything fun. Everything is going to bills, and I'm not even keeping up. We're not keeping up. 2025 is shit. It is. So I appreciate every single ebook buy, Kindle Unlimited page reads. Oh my God, I love you so much if you buy a paperback, because that can be a lot depending on your financial situation. And I love all of the merch buys. I appreciate that because that's even more expensive than books. And I also deeply appreciate the memberships. I have a fantastically small but strong group of members. And yes, it's $3.99 per month and you get a lot of stuff, but it's considered fun, right? It's miscellaneous. It's not a need. Your need is food, shelter, water. So I always appreciate the people that come in with the membership for YouTube or buy merch or buy my books. And just love you all for the support because it's damn well hard right now. All things considered, doing a great job. I'm not really promoting all that much. And I'm definitely not doing any like paid promos or anything like that because that's not in my budget. So all that you see is organic, though I do have some Amazon ads running, but my cap for Amazon ads per month is $10. So it's doing things, but not as much as it could. So the Amazon ads are doing what they can with a budget cap of $10 a month. And then everything else is me. So, like I said, all things considered, doing great. I appreciate all the love and support. And I have hope for the future. But I understand where everyone, including myself, because I'm included, is coming from the fact that they have to cut back severely. And I know art is so important. It is. But what's even more important, I guess this is a hot take, but what's even more important is not being without a house, eating, paying the bills, paying rent or mortgage. That's important right now for many, many people, not just Americans, but many people. So don't feel bad if you can't support me in any other way other than viewing my videos or commenting or liking or shouting me out somewhere. I appreciate all the things. Have I said that I appreciate you? I do. I'm just blanking on another word for appreciate. Anyway. The next question is, I have a lot of people asking me my least favorite genres, and they would be sci-fi, westerns, military fiction, post-apocalyptic, and erotica. Though I have read at least a couple books of each genre that I mentioned, but I'm just not interested. You know how that is. You try it a couple of times and then you're like, nope. That's me. I gotta try things a couple times. Not once, but a couple of times just to see, how to, I don't know. I like to give things multiple tries because it could be like the first time. It could be just like a bad day and therefore I don't like something. But if it's like 2 or 3 times I'm not feeling it, then okay, like something is not connecting, and that's totally fine. Okay, next question from Mark at the Book Thing. Are there any authors you have written off? Someone that you've read at least one of their books and decided, nope, they're not for me. I could not read that word, someone. That was my blank stare. I'm keeping that in, but let's see. To the question, dozens upon dozens of writers. Yes, I always give a writer a shot, and usually multiple times, but the latest writers that fit this question are Stephen King, Brian Keene, Lucy Foley, Adam L.G. Neville, and Susan Mallory. Next question from Patrick. I'm totally keeping this in. Let's see. This is funny. Kind of an inside conversation question, but he posted it publicly. What type of cat breed should I get for a potential buddy for Garfield, my older cat? And I said a Siamese kitten. I like the Siamese cats. They're so cute. Okay, we are very deep into this part 1, and I still have so many pages to go. I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to cut this off because, geez, okay. Thank you all so much. The next question is from Heroic Book Adventures again, and he asked, if all the characters in your books had a royal rumble, who would be left standing in the end? And I'm going to say Ness from Danu's Curse because she has the magical ability to control all of the elements. And, well, I'm not going to say the last part because that's a spoiler for Danu's Curse. But yes, I'm going to go with Ness. Thank you so much for joining me today in the part 1 of the 2,000 subscriber Q&A celebration. The next part will be uploaded shortly. Thank you so much for joining me today, and to everyone who sent me questions, love you, appreciate you. I will see you in the next video. Bye.